Hello, good evening, everyone, once again. I hope all of you are doing good. Hi, Aditya. Hello, Gurpreet, Meghna, Rebecca, Kunal, Affection. A very, very warm good evening to all of you. I'm sorry your ma'am is not available today, but in place of her, I'm taking your NEET session today. And we'll be continuing our discussion on photosynthesis part 2. Yep. Okay. Hi, Naresh, Mukesh, Jitanshu, all of you. Welcome back to your NEET Bytes once again. Okay, fine, everyone. So I'm glad all of you are here watching. So if we can start once again, everyone, our discussion. It's about photosynthesis. Okay, and we are going to talk about the dark reaction. So in the last class, if you all remember, we have divided the photosynthesis into two phases, into two broad categories. Okay, right, that we can say the light reaction, okay, or the light phase or reaction, whatever you want to say, and the dark reaction. Okay, exactly right. If you all remember, in light reaction, we did talk about two very important photosystems, okay, or you can say photophosphorylation, that is your cyclic and non-cyclic. Right, all of you? Okay, now, all of you, I know quiz is your Kausya ma'am's forte. Okay, she's good in it. I'm not. Okay, so you have to wait for this session only. Okay, she'll come from the next session and she'll take your quiz as well. Okay, but for today's class, you'll have to bear me. Okay, and we'll do the questions as it is that we did last time. Okay, so let's start once again, everyone. The cyclic, non-cyclic. Okay, photophosphorylation. So I'll write it photophosphorylation. PPR, I'm just writing in, in a short form. Photophosphorylation, I think you can understand it much better. Now, next is your dark reaction. Okay, next is your dark reaction. And as I promised you in the last class also, we will divide the dark reaction into three very nice categories, or you can say further, I'll divide it into four actually. The very first one that we are going to talk about is C3 cycle, everyone. Okay, now what do you need to learn about C3 cycle, right? First of all, who discovered it? Okay, and who responsible for it? Why it's called C3 cycle? Okay, because the cycle is very big, very complex. Okay, and I don't want you people to actually dig inside it and try to mug up all the cycle. No, not at all. Okay, what are the important things that you want to do is, first of all, refer to your NCERT. Okay, whatever the line by line it is written by, for C3 cycle, remember that. Next, who has given it, as I told you, why it's called C3 cycle, as I told you. Okay, which is the first molecule which will receive your CO2? What is the first stable compound that is there in C3 cycle? Okay, and there are a number of very fine carbohydrates there, monosaccharides to be typically I'll talk about. Okay, monosaccharides. It's range from carbon, which is monosaccharides which have 3 carbons, to there are 7 carbon in a monosaccharide. Okay, if you remember, like glyceraldehyde having 3 carbon, whereas pseudoheptulose have 7 carbons in their monosaccharides. Okay, right? This you need to remember. Okay, what are there where they are formed in C3 cycle? You should know the names, how many 4 carbon, or what are the names of 4 carbon monosaccharides and all that. Don't remember the whole cycle, but at least if you can do, remember this way. Okay, right? Settle down, all of you, quickly. Next. That we want to talk about is that what are the outcomes, what we actually got, or what is the number of, okay, what is the number of NADH and ATP which is required to fix one CO2 or to fix CO2 molecules to get a carbohydrate molecule or a monosaccharide. In terms, it's glucose, simply. These are the important questions, everyone. Okay, right. Now, next we are going to talk about, after C3 cycle, next we are going to talk about, normally in books, it's C4, CAM. Okay, but no, I'll prefer it this way, that you'll read photorespiration. And we did a very nice question about it in the last class. Okay, right. Great, all of you. Please settle down. Deepika and all, please. Okay. Now, C3 cycle, why photorespiration, everyone? After C3 cycle, NCERT also don't tell you, or it's not the sequence that is there in NCERT, but I'll just suggest you, okay, I can suggest you that after C3 cycle, learn photorespiration. Why? Because it will tell you why C3 cycle, or what is the problem in C3 cycle. That Rubisco, okay, is a double agent, if you can see. Right, exactly. It works for both, for carbon dioxide as well as for oxygen. Okay, and when it fixes carbon dioxide, it is C3 cycle. But when it oxidizes itself, or when it fixes oxygen, you can say, okay, right, it becomes photorespiration. Right, everyone. Okay, affection. I'll take your request. Okay, now everyone. But not from this class. Let's see. Okay, so why photorespiration is there, why it is not important, and why it is important. Okay, so photorespiration, as we call it, it's a necessary evil. Okay, it's a necessary evil, yet it is there present in plant. Okay, why? You need to figure it out. Then, to stop photorespiration to happen, some of the plant has gone on through another kind of cycle that is called C4 cycle. Right, everyone? It's C4 cycle. Now, again, the questions which are there for C3, it applies there for C4. Why C4? Who gave it? Okay, right, exactly. What is the first stable product? Okay, what is the number of carbon in that stable product? Which, and very important thing, okay, very important thing, that between C4 and C3, okay, right, what is the difference here? That I'll just write it here. It's Kran's anatomy that I discussed in the last class. It is typically famous for Kran's anatomy, everyone. If you know, you are understanding what I'm trying to say. Because I can't. Okay, because there many people here that couldn't understand Hindi. Okay, right. So I have to be in a single language so that all of you can understand. Fine, everyone. And last but not the least is your CAM. Granulation acid metabolism. Okay, so because it's typically found in a family that's called Crassulaceae. Okay, right. So that's why it got its name. Okay, so today's concept will work around these 4 reactions, everyone. C3, photorespiration, C4, and CAM. Right? I'll try to be a little slow, Deepika. Fine, everyone. C3, photorespiration, C4, and CAM. Now, are you people ready for do some of the questions? I believe yes, you are. Okay, right. Let's then start the very first question for all of you. Though it's written AIMS, okay, but it's just a misprint. All the questions are from AIPMT. Okay, various years. Okay, and very good questions. So please, let's start. How? Now, everyone. In C4 plants, Kelvin cycle operates in. It's an AIPMT 1989 question. Okay, everyone. A, stroma of bundle sheath chloroplasts. B, grana of bundle sheath chloroplast. C, grana of mesophyll chloroplast. And D, stroma of mesophyll chloroplast. Okay, everyone. So think about it. Okay, think about it. Okay, and we can then you can give your answer. This is about photosynthesis, everyone. Yes. Okay, people are saying A, stroma of bundle sheath chloroplast. Are you sure, everyone? Why not stroma of mesophyll chloroplast? Okay, as I can see, all of you are saying A, and yes, absolutely correct. Okay, it's A, stroma of bundle sheath chloroplast. Now let's see how we can answer this question. Okay, how we can answer this question. What are the accessory knowledge that we can say, or what are the extra knowledge that we have? Okay, uh, through which we can answer this question. First of all, it is asking C4. Okay, it is asking C4. Okay, right. That means yes, it is asking for dark reaction. And we said in the last class also, and we have seen, we did a lot of question regarding that your light reaction happens in the thylakoid. Generally, you can say grana also, the membrane. Okay, right. Whereas the dark reactions happen in the stroma of the chloroplast. Separated once again, I said it that first of all, the light reaction happens in the membranes of the thylakoid, whereas the dark reaction happens in the stroma of the chloroplast, right? That means both of this option rejected, right, everyone? The only two things that were left is A and D, right? It's A and D. And now it says bundle sheath cells and mesophyll cells. Now, this is the concept that we are talking about, everyone. This is the concept we are talking about. I gave you the concept in the last class about the Kranz anatomy, okay, where I told you that to actually stop the the oxygen to react with Rubisco, okay, right? They have kept the Rubisco inside the bundle sheath cell, right? And it has been encircled by mesophyll cells, right, everyone? Right? And this way it has changed its enzymes also, right? It has changed its enzymes also. So first of all, so there are two you can say two-way CO2 entering here. CO2 entering through mesophyll cells, and here the C4 cycle is actually going on, or you can say yes, the first fixation of CO2 happens, and this fixation then leads the CO2 into the bundle sheath cell where the C3 cycle happens, okay, with the help of Rubisco. Okay, right. So that's the reason C3, that is Kelvin cycle, it is asking. C3 cycle, it happens in the stroma of bundle sheaths chloroplast. Very nice question. Very good question. If you understand the concept of C4, you can definitely answer this question. And if you can answer this question, definitely you understand the concepts. So vice versa, right, everyone? So I hope so. You understand the question. I'm moving on to the next part. That is this one. Now, during monsoon, very nice question actually, everyone. During monsoon, the rice crop of eastern states of India shows a lesser yield due to limiting factor of. Now, this is a question of regulation of photosynthesis. Okay, right. Uh, Very good question, conceptual. Okay, but yet it opens your mind very nicely. So A is CO2, B is light, C is temperature, and D is water. Okay, now you can give your answer. Okay, people are saying A, people are saying C. Okay, nice. Vaishnavi, as I can see, she said B also. Okay, but people are, most of you are saying C. Absolutely, great, great, great. Exactly, most of you are saying C. Absolutely right, absolutely right. Okay, very much. Like I'm saying, absolutely right what you have seen, but it's a wrong answer. Fine, don't misunderstand me. See, this is a very beautiful question, everyone. Okay, C is the wrong answer. This is a very beautiful question. If you understand the question, first of all, right, rice needs water, and if there is monsoon, okay, there is plenty of it. There's no problem. So water is never an option here. Okay, You can actually pull it off. Okay, right. And as you know temperature again it requires, because it's required water, so temperature is also not a factor to be to think about here. Now when there is monsoon, if you can understand everyone, when there is monsoon there will be clouds, right? There will be clouds. If there will be clouds, there will be less sunlight, and if there will be less sunlight, the only limiting reagent or limiting factor that will left here is be light. Okay, very nice question. Okay, very interesting question once again. Okay, so please do remember it. Okay, I think yes, exactly, we have understood it. Okay, let's move on to the next one. The next one, everyone. The enzyme that catalyzes carbon dioxide fixation in C4 plants is. Think about this question, everyone. Okay, think about this question. A, RUBP carboxylase, B, PEP carboxylase, C, carbonic anhydrase, and D, carboxy dismutase. Think and then give the answer. Okay, fantastic, everyone. Okay. Nice, nice. B. Okay, so I can see here that most of you are saying B, and if most of you are saying B, then I should say yes, absolutely, it's a right question, right answer, because we just studied that. Okay, we just studied that there in the Kranz anatomy. Okay, the enzyme that catalyzes carbon dioxide fixation in C4 plant. First of all, it's PEP carboxylase, because it first fix the carbon dioxide and push it to the bundle sheath cells. Carbonic anhydrase, dismutase, it's nothing to do with. So there's only two options. Okay, that was confusing. It's RUBP carboxylase and PP carboxylase, or PPK sometimes we say it. Okay, good, good. You are doing well, everyone. Cosimum will come from the next class, Shreya. Okay. Now, the principle of limiting factors was proposed by direct question. Okay. Easy question. Okay. Quickly give your answers. Quickly, everyone. Wonderful, wonderful. It's a Blackman. Okay, right? Exactly. As you know, there is always the limiting factor. Okay, right? There's always a limiting factor because of which, now you studied this in your chemistry also. Okay, like the rate limiting reagent. Okay, due to which the rate of reaction is being you can say is being governed by. Okay, that's the same thing it applied here in the photosynthesis, because it's also a reaction, nothing else. So Blackman proposed this, that principle of limiting factors, like because of a particular factor, okay, your whole reaction is governed by. Fine. So that's an easy question. Let's just move further. Stomata of camp plants. Okay, everyone. Now this is something which can which you can understand very much about camp plants. That A, never open. The stomata never opens, and B, they are always open. C, open during the day and close at the night, and D, open during the night and close during the day. Stomata of camp plants. Aditya, this is the question. Okay, right. I can see your answers, everyone. You can type it once. Okay, that will be a little better for me. Where is Gausia ma'am now? She must be in her home. Okay, and I believe that you should focus here on the question rather than that question. Deepika, please. Okay, great. So the answer is D. Open during the night and close during the day. Open during the night and close. And this is the most, special point of camp plants. And some of the students might know what is this type of chloroplast called as. What is this kind of chloroplast called, stomata called as? Yes, everyone. So those who want to give the answer here, they can give. Otherwise, it will be your homework. Dimorphic. Now, CAM plants do not have dimorphic. C4 have dimorphic. Okay. CAM plants have just a single chloroplast. Okay. Sunken stomata. No, 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 not dimorphic for sure. Okay, so the special point about the CAM plants, if I want to just give you a little hint to remember C4 and CAM, everyone, that the reactions are typically same. The only difference is that they have two types of cells in C4. If you can see, everyone, one is your mesophyll cells and another one is your bundle sheet. Right? There are two types of cells, but the reactions are same. Okay, like PEP case. Okay, they fix CO2 and form the oxalic acid. Right, everyone. But when you see CAM plants having just a single chloroplast, everyone. But it differs during night and day. Because during night it is open, the stomata is open, and CO2 and O2 can exchange. But here it is closed. So there's no exchange. But if you can see, everyone, if you can see, you see your books, okay, that the reaction in C4 and CAM is exactly same. The reagents or the products that form, like for example oxalic acid, for example your malic acid, phosphoenol pyruvate, all these things are same. Okay, and it will really help you to learn this reaction. Okay, so try to go through. I just given you a hint. Okay, try to go through both this reaction, and you will understand it much better. Okay, now let's move on to the next question quickly, everyone. Now, as compared to a C3 plant, how many additional molecules of ATP are needed for net production of one molecule of hexose sugar by a C4 plants? So there is a connection between your light reaction and dark reaction here, a little bit of it. We did this type of question in the last class, where I talked about how many, how many cycles of a light reaction that you require to fix one. Okay, so here is another type of question: A2, B6, C12, and D0. Everyone. Okay. B, you people are saying 6. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Nice, everyone. Any other? All of you are saying B, or any other people who want to give any other answer? It's 6. Okay, everyone. Now, everyone, let's just see. Let's just see C3. So, if you remember, all of you, if you remember that how many ATP requires in C3? I suppose it was 18. Huh? I suppose it's 18. All of you. Yes, exactly. Very nice. Now you'll tell me, what about C4? How many ATP you need in C4? Forget about NADPH as of now, Arsalan. Though you're right, I'll write down NADPH also. How many for C4? So if you remember, in C4 you require 30 ATP. The difference is of 12 ATP. The difference there is of 12 ATP. So the correct answer is 12. because the NADPH is same. There is a 12 NADPH here, okay, and there will be 12 NADPH utilized here. So there is no question of having a difference in NADPH, but yes, you require 12 more ATP in the production of one glucose molecule in C4 cycle. Okay, all of you. So I believe this is a new one for all of you. I think everyone said that it's +6, but it's +12, all of you. Please remember it. That's another difference between C3 and C4. Okay, right. Now, I'm moving down to the last question of today's session, and here it is. During photorespiration, the oxygen-consuming reactions occur in A. Stroma of chloroplasts and peroxisomes, B. Grana of chloroplasts and peroxisomes, C. Stroma of chloroplasts, and D. Stroma of chloroplasts and mitochondria. Another good question from photorespiration part. Okay, now here is your point. Here is your way to take out the answers. So, okay, people are saying C. Okay, that's interesting. Nice, everyone. Okay, stroma of chloroplast. Now, first of all, everyone, let's change the question. Can you tell me what are the different cell organelles you require for photorespiration? What are the different cell organelles that you require for photorespiration? Mitochondria, chloroplasts, in sequence, all of you. Aditya, very nice. Peroxychloroplasts. You sure? In sequence. In sequence, everyone. Okay. Okay, so that's right. It's chloroplast, peroxisome, mitochondria. Okay, right. And as I told you, photorespiration is also part of a dark reaction, you can say. So it has to be there in stroma. That's another link that I have given you in the very beginning. Right? Exactly, everyone. Okay. So here, the correct answer is stroma of chloroplast and peroxisomes. That is A. Not stroma of chloroplast and mitochondria. Clear, everyone? Exactly, CPM. And here finishes your photosynthesis. So all of you, just once again, let's just quickly revise the photorespiration. So you have to start with, first of all, the history. Okay, whatever that is given in NCERT, the history, please go through it. Okay, simple one, make a note of it, like this man is responsible for this feature in photosynthesis. Okay, right. Then move on to few concepts, just for example, action spectrum. Okay, right. Absorption spectrum. Okay, who has given it? Okay, right. And in which algae does the action spectrum was discovered? Okay, or invented, you can say, right? These are the small topics. Talk about chloroplast, its structure and everything. Okay, how chloroplast A is different from chloroplast B. What are the different accessory molecules? For example, your xanthophylls, your carotenoids. Okay, what are those structures? Okay, fine, all right. And then move into your light reaction, in which you need to talk about cyclic, non-cyclic. The very important thing that you need to talk about is the splitting of water. Very important topic. Question is always there. Okay, so try to focus there also, and how they are different. For example, how cyclic and non-cyclic different, and what are the products that they form. In one, there is only ATP formation. In non-cyclic one, there is ATP plus NADPH formation. Their splitting of water also happens. So please remember that. Now we have moved into the dark reaction, C3 cycle, photorespiration, C4 cycle, CAM pathways. These four you need to go through, that you have already gone through, and regulation of photosynthesis. This finalizes your photosynthesis. If you can do this thing, okay, definitely you can do a lot of questions of photosynthesis. Okay. I don't have ranks today, everyone. I'm so sorry. Okay, right. But yes, definitely from the next class, your course MM will definitely do the way you wanted to, have it. Okay. Till the time, I just wish all of you a very good luck from my side, from Meritnation side. Keep up your preparation, everyone, because NEET is really close. And yes, once again, the forms are out. Do go for your registrations, everyone, on the NTA side. Good luck, all of you. And bye. Take care.